Hey, good morning. Caught me eating part of my breakfast bar. Zone Perfect chocolate peanut butter with my peanut butter crunch coffee. Good morning. Happy oh shit, I forgot to take the trash out. It is trash day. Is my camera out of focus? I've got a lot of I need to get my trash taken out because for my Goodwill pallet, which I don't have a topic for today. Somebody said, "Oh no, you're talking about Bowman." I'm trying to focus my camera. Well, I can't remember what I was saying. Bowman. I don't have a topic for today. It's Bowman Release Day, but I don't have any Bowman to open because fortunately I received my Bowman on Saturday. So, topic, remember to take the trash out. And I did. Here's the problem. I remembered multiple times. I just chose not to do it. Last night, we played bar trivia with some friends last night. Got home and I'm like, oh, I should take the trash out. I'll do it in the morning. This morning, I got to take the trash out. Made the coffee, came downstairs to get the stream set up. Oh, crap. Forgot to take the trash out. But I do need to get the trash out. I don't want to miss this week because there's more trash than usual because of my Goodwill pallet. There's a lot of like garbage that goes in from the Goodwill pallet, which I brought a box in here this morning because I don't have a topic to talk about. I'm like, what the hell am I going to talk about this morning? So I've got my a box that I started going through yesterday afternoon. Found some decent stuff, and there's it's one of these really super long boxes. I don't even know what count this is. Takes up the whole screen. Is it like a 1200? I don't know. It's a huge long box. Which is annoying because it doesn't fit into like the rest of my where's Cooter at? Standard size boxes. So we can look through that. We played bar trivia last night at a brewery called Hop House. It's in Fitchburg, Wisconsin. And man, it was packed. 30 teams playing trivia last night, which typically on trivia nights that we attend, typically 15 to 20, and occasionally there's like between 20 and 25 teams. I don't know if I've ever played in the 5, 6, 7, 8 years that we've been playing bar trivia up here. I don't know if there's ever been more than like 25 teams. Maybe once there was 27, but never 30. 30 teams playing trivia last night. So here's how it went for us. And we had a table of a team of 4. The first round, so that's 9 questions. We only missed 1, and it was a 1-point question. We got a bonus question correct, which was worth 2 points. We were the only team out of 30, and I have to take credit for that, that got that question right. However, at halftime, we only received 2 out of a potential 8 points. We were still in 8th place after halftime, yet only missed 1 question and got a 2-point bonus question that no other team got. Still in 8th place after halftime because we missed 3 out of the 4 halftime. So what was that bonus that nobody else knew? And frankly, I just pulled a guess out of my ass. So it was a bonus question where we had to name the band or the artist, band, or solo act that sings the song that he plays as you're filling out the answer. It was a Star Wars question, which we ended up getting correct because Dave, our one of our trivia people, knew it. I had no idea. So he got that correct. And the song sounded like a 70s song. I'm like, I have no idea. So then I start thinking, that's a Star Wars question. Let's just, if we're going to guess, let's just guess something like Star Wars related, Starship. And I'm like, Starship. And I said, put down Jefferson Starship. And like nobody at my table knew who. I'm like, Jefferson Starship. They started as Jefferson Airplane. Then they became Jefferson Starship. And then like where's John Keating? He's going to know the genesis of Jefferson Airplane into Starship. So our guess was Jefferson Starship. And it was correct. Now, it was actually, the answer was the song was performed by Jefferson Airplane, but he accepted Jefferson Starship. I think another team guessed Starship because they were complaining, and I could overhear him saying, yeah, but by that time, it was a completely different lead singer. I can't accept it. But he accepted Jefferson Starship, Star for the Day. There was a Starship. Yeah, they sang the song Sarah, which was released in 1986. My favorite song is a kid for some reason. I called it the Tornado Song because I think it took, where's Cooter? Because I think it took place, the video, the music. This was back when MTV had music videos. Now, most of my childhood, we did not have cable. Like I grew up in a cableless home. But until the age of like 5 or 6, we had cable and HBO and Showtime. We were living high on the TV hog. And I remember like as a 4-year-old, when that song came out, Sarah by Starship, I would like have MTV on waiting for that music video. Maybe I was just wise beyond my years. And I had a thing for Rebecca De Mornay, who was in that video, music video by Starship. But I called it the Tornado Song. Loved the song when it popped on the radio. Turn it up, turn it up. I want to hear Starship. So please make the live 8 hours. It goes too fast. You're too kind. I have too many items to ship. My order count is still over 300. And I had a huge, if you're in the Facebook group, Hobby Evolution, link is in the description. Shipped a ton yesterday. Played bar trivia, so I didn't ship last night. But I'm still at like 325. I mean, the orders keep rolling in. Bowman continues to sell. Happy Bowman Release Day. I'm not really going to talk about Bowman because I've already talked enough about Bowman. And I don't have any more to open. I ripped the 10 blasters I ordered on Saturday. I am going to look for some breaks. And maybe buy into some, I'm going to see if there's going to be any paper breaks out there for the paper base, for those breaks that the base doesn't ship, paper base doesn't ship. So we'll see. I wasn't in charge of the answers yesterday at trivia, which I kind of like. But I also don't remember like any of the questions. I guess I could have brought the answer sheet home, but I can't remember what else was there any baseball? There was a baseball. It was a Clemente. It was super easy. It was like Hall of Famer Roberto Clemente played for which team? It's like, come on. What else was there? I can't remember. So let's go into the chat. I read that our pollen count, we have very high pollen count here in Madison, so I might be sniffling. I may, in fact, even have to get up and go blow my nose. Pollen count in Madison. I'm going to Google that. I thought I saw that yesterday. Pollen count in Madison. Might have been on my computer. Today's pollen count. Doesn't say. Huh. I guess it's not high. Not today, at least. It feels high. Let's see. Moderate tree pollen today. Moderate tree pollen. Anyway, what's going on in the chat? We've got Harlan in the house. Good morning. David, what's happening? Hall of Fame card collector is here. Good morning from sunny Minnesota. It says sunny on my computer. We've got frost, though, on the grass, but Frank's robot mows through the frost. The robot is in action right now as we speak. Terry, what's happening? Good morning. We've got Boston Smoke. Good morning, Augusta Lawn Care. Scotty Dubs is here. Kyle. Kyle. blowout cards, 50% off NASCAR sale has me feeling equally broke and excited for UPS to arrive. D Young Cards is here. What's up? Good morning. Good morning in sunny Indiana. Red Light 34 in the house. He says hit the like button. Thank you. Let's see. Raphael is here. What's up? Wizard Artist. Topic, remember to take out the trash. I know. Take out the trash. It's Wednesday. I know a lot of us in here did that poll. I was surprised. I'm like, I don't think I've ever had a Tuesday or Thursday trash day like everybody else in the chat. Like, oh yeah, Thursday. So, hey, if your trash day is tomorrow, make sure to take that trash out tonight. Good morning, Matt. Royals 417 is here. Zach and Porter in the house. Max says LED. Oh, Max, by the way, Max, and the rest of the chat, hang on 1 second. I've got some questions for Max. Should have got my hanky while I was up. So, Max, there were some Pokemon cards in my palette. So I only pulled out, like, I know who some of the names are, and I think these are like newer. Ooh, this one's beat up. 2017 Machamp. So I'll show off the foils. And these are, I'm guessing all of these are going to be commons. There's not going to be like a big card. Luxray. What else do I have? Who knew that I'd be talking Pokemon on Hobby Evolution? I think this might be a foil. 2020 Gengar. And I can post some of these in the Facebook group also. Metacham. Well, this one's like all beat up. Omastar. Skunk Tank. That's kind of a fun one. Let's see. Apologies for my sniffles. Here's another foil Groudon. Max is probably typing right now. Oh, yeah, those suck. Those are like dime cards. Let's see. Giratina. I'll just show the damn page. And not just Max, anybody else who knows anything about Pokemon. Let's see. Snorlax. They've got some cool names. Rillaboom. So I don't know. Arcanine. So I don't know if that's anything. Typically, I don't have Pokemon in the Goodwill pallets. I think they like separate the Pokemon and sell those separately. So I'm just going to skip the chat just to see if anybody has answered. Let's see. Max says, don't toss stuff even if it's beat up. Okay. Let's see. The newer stuff that you have there, if it's not EX, GX, etc., like Machamp, it's worth pennies almost always. That's kind of what I figured. There were, I think there were some like it looked like they were some like 1997s, but then there were like several times. The first year I saw was 97. I'm like, ooh, that's early Pokemon. But then it was like 1997, 1999, 2000, 2000. I'm like, oh, okay, this is nothing. Let's see. John can't tell what years are what. Yeah, I know. Me neither. MKB man says it allowed me time to get some coffee. 2019, I think the oldest is 2017. 2020, 2017 is the Machamp. So there you go. Okay, back to the chat. Where are we at? Let's see. We've got John says there was a starship after Jefferson Starship. Storms are brewing in my eyes. Sarah. Let's see. When I used to do music trivia, if it was 70s and we didn't know it, we just guessed Steely Dan. Hey, that's a good one. Alex in the house, what's up? Please make the live 8 hours. It goes too fast. We were without cable and AC growing up. Hey, we must have lived in the same house. Same. We had air or window units for air conditioning. So we did have the air conditioning window units, but the rest of the house, the bedrooms were nice and cold, but the rest of the house, it was a freaking sauna. And it was not only was it a sauna, it was a smoke-filled haze, kind of like the picture of my my not clear plastic tub. That's what my house looked like growing up. Dad just one after the other, GPCs, Kentucky Spirit, whatever the cheapest cigarettes he could find, chain smoking them. Let's see. MD says one of those classic bands has a song with something similar to the Imperial March in it. Victor, good morning. Sal Dougie's in the house. Focus, Tilt, George in the house. Brian says Cubs for breaks. Man, I don't know. I'd love to, but I saw some pricing on Cubs and breaks, and oof, I don't know if I want to spend that on Bowman breaks. We'll see. Ken says all cards should always ship. I typically I would agree with that. However, if they do have a spot for paper base, now I won't buy into, like, if I was going for the Cubs, say it's 2023 Bowman and only chrome and it hits parallels and short prints, like the paper base commons do not ship. I would not buy into a Cubs break. I want all of the Cubs, even the second year Seiya Suzuki commons. I want all of them. I'm a quantity guy. But I kind of like paper base. And then sometimes the paper base spot doesn't even sell, so you can get it at a steep discount. So in those, now if it's Topps, I don't want a Topps paper base. But Bowman, you get those first Bowmans, like I bought in bulk. Anthony Volpe sold 150 of these in about a week. $1.50 free shipping. And a lot of them were like quantity. Like somebody came in, bought 25. Actually, multiple people came in, bought 25 of them at $1.50 a pop. Plus, they got the 25% discount. eBay store, by the way, is link is in the description. I've got a whole bunch. 2022 Bowman draft, first Bowmans, $1.50 free shipping. I've still got a bunch of Jacks and Holidays. He was number one on the Baseball America hot sheet yesterday. I was thinking, hey, he's on the top. He's number one on the hot sheet. I'm going to sell Jackson Holiday. Only one sold yesterday. So I've only I sold like 50 of them a couple weeks ago, and now I have 190 in my eBay store, and I think I've only sold like 5. So, but all the Anthony Volpes have sold a few Jackson Churios, some other randoms. Let's see. John says topic question thread has been posted. Awesome. Check out the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. We're at 209 members. Wow. Share. I'm going to copy the link into the chat so you don't have to go look at the description. There you go. So join the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. What did John say? John posted, so like today, I don't have a topic. How do I search? Most relevant. Now I want new posts. So sometimes it's usually when you see the generic Hobby Evolution thumbnail, that's when I don't have a topic. Like today. It's Bowman Release Day. Somebody's like, oh, you're going to talk about Bowman. I'm like, actually, probably not, because I've already talked enough about it, and I'm not opening any. The checklist was released like a month ago. I've already opened my 10 blasters, did a live break, talked about it. Don't really have anything, but it's a holiday for me, even though I'm not opening any. So I don't have a topic. So John's like, drop your topics and questions for Bo's live show here, Rich, with a test. I see it, Rich. Chad wants to know how many shipments USPS loses or damages from him, and how does he resolve these issues with the seller? That's a great question. It's very low, very low. I think I went back and I ran the numbers for like February a few weeks ago, and I think I had 8 non-receipt claims out of like 3,000 shipments. So it's very low. It's very low. I wonder if I can go in and see. Let's yeah, I think I can do this fairly quickly. Let's see. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Nope, I want to go to the selling page. Let's see. Items not received claims, seller hub. Okay, search by order number, last 30 days. So let's do a, how can I do a custom? Open. Oh, let's go to closed. Can I do custom on closed? No, I can't. What the hell? Maybe, let's see. For some reason, I was able to do this. Issue type, item not, there we go. Apply item not received. So in the last 30 days, I've had 6 item not received. I don't think I've had any in the last 30 days. I don't think I've had any damage claims in the last 30 days. The last one was, and it was in a bubble. It was actually in a bubble mailer. I think I've only had 1 or 2 damage claims in PWE out of 60, 70,000. So requests and disputes, last 30 days, items not received, I've had 6. So you're like, well, 6, that's a lot. No, it's not. Let's see. So sales in the last 30 days. Last 31 days. Let's see. Sales in the last 31 days. Is that correct? Generate the report. 3,841. So 6 items not received out of 3,841 transactions. So it's a pretty low amount. And damage claims is, man, it's probably, I mean, I can probably count on one hand in a year how many damage claims I get. And really, I get more damage claims on Bubble Mailer than I do in a PWE. So good question. Chad posted that in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. Link to that group is in the chat. Let's see. MKB man in the house. What's happening? Red light, no AC. It was just a fan in the window. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It might be on your iPhone. 1983 Fleer Art How. Looks like he is trying hard not to blink. Uncle Rich, what's happening? Let's see. Flawed Thinker, good morning. Red light says your box will be there tomorrow. Ooh. Mark Hoyle, what's up? Dan in the house. Feeling like crap. That's not good. Hope you feel better. I have a headache. I don't feel like crap, but I don't feel great. And I thought it was because of the high pollen. My wife said she had a headache yesterday. And I'm like, I read there's very high pollen count today. And so I'm wondering, I was also apparently snoring really loud 2 nights ago. And that's usually when I'm congested. So I'm wondering if it's the old allergy season kicking my butt. Didn't read the auction description and spent a chunk. Oh, feeling like crap. Didn't read the auction description and spent a chunk of money on a lot less than I thought I was getting. Well, that's not fun. I don't like, hey, I think we've all been there, right? Here's a fun one. This was live auctions, like at an auction house. I'm glad, although if I went to them more frequently, this wouldn't happen to me. But I went, it was in a small, back in Illinois, and they had cards, and it was a lot of junk. So there wasn't a lot of people buying stuff. My buddy Dave bought like a ton of crap. He paid like $100, and I don't even know if he paid $100, and just filled his truck with junk. So I was a little more picky with what I was bidding on. There was a binder which looked like it was vintage football, and I got into a bidding war. I didn't look closely. It was Topps Archive, that 2001 Topps Archives football set. This was also like, man, I think my wife and I had just started dating, so it was like 9 years ago. And I wasn't, so this was when I was like just getting back, like into the, like 2012 is when I started dabbling back into cards. And then by 2014, I was starting to buy more, and I was a little more serious about it. And this was around that time I was starting to get serious. So we're at this auction, and I see this binder, and I'm like, oh my God, there's Terry Bradshaw. There's a blah, blah, blah rookie card. Oh my God, there's a Joe Montana rookie. This is an awesome binder. But I didn't look close enough. It was frickin' Topps Archives. And I get into a bidding war with somebody. I end up paying like $75 for this binder of Topps Archives. Now, fortunately, that's like, I think I sold the Joe Montana for like $12. So, I mean, I didn't make my money back. I lost money on it, but it wasn't a huge loss. But it could have been because I wasn't paying attention. My buddy always gives me crap. But he's like, remember when you got in that bidding war for those Topps Archives? I'm like, oh my God, don't remind me. Yeah, I think I paid like $75 for a binder of Topps Archives. But I probably made, I don't know, $40 back, $50 back, because a couple of the cards sold for like 10. A lot of cards sold for like 2 or 3. But it was definitely a poor decision. And from that point moving forward, I looked a little closer at what I was going to be bidding on. But I got caught up in the moment. And then I got into a bidding war, and I didn't care. It was less about the cards and more about winning. Don't toss stuff even if it's beat up. Talking about the Pokemon. John says, always a gamble as to whether Bo is wearing pants. I was on edge when he stood up. I'm always wearing pants. I feel more productive if I'm wearing jeans than sweatpants. Like a lot of people, oh man, you work from home. If I worked from home, I would wear basketball shorts and sweatpants all the time. I don't feel productive doing that. Those are my like I work from home, and like say it's 5 o'clock and I just want to call it a day. Like I'm done. I've worked 4 straight days into the night. I just want to hit the couch at 5 or 6 o'clock, and I'll go in my own house from down here up, and I'll get my sweatpants and my hoodie, and I hit that couch. My wife, by the way, is finally embracing the couch people. She shared that with our friends last night. She goes, I don't know how it came up, but she goes, we're couch people. And our friends thought that was humorous. So she has embraced. In fact, we met with the garage door, one of the garage door people getting a bid at the new house the other day. And we were talking about like what type, like how heavy do you want the door, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And so the guy's like, well, what are you going to be doing in the garage? And I'm like, we're just going to be parking our cars and lawnmower and snowblower. That's it. We're not going to be out there. And my wife goes, we're not garage people. And without hesitation, I said, we're couch people. The garage door guy just kind of looks at me like, what? Who the hell are these people? Oh, they're couch people. Let's see. Look for the little star on the bottom. So we're talking Pokemon. I don't even know. There's a lot of little stars. That one has a little star. It's beat up. Omastar. Omastar has a star down in the corner. Go grab another cup of coffee. We're talking Pokemon again. I don't know. You probably can't see it. There's a star in the bottom corner. I don't know. Let's see. Brian, reverse hollows. Good morning, Paul. Rare day when I'm on live. Never miss the show. Thank you, Dave. The great thing about TCG is you can list them as game played and people buy them. You look at a baseball card wrong and it's unsellable. I was kind of thinking maybe I'll just do, I hate auctions, but like I have nothing to lose on Pokemon. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong on purpose. If I do like 99-cent auction, let it ride. And if it's something that's worth something, it'll probably sell. If it's not, it won't sell. Let's see. Where are we at? I see Steph's in the chat. Where are we at? Good morning. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Max says, can get some hollow rares that are playable, but you don't want to get into all that. John says, I can't tell what years are what. MKB man went to get some coffee. If it's not looking different from the regular cards, it's not worth your or most sports card guys' time, honestly. Keep the shiny stuff, says Dan. John says, I have a handful of Pokemon, and it takes me longer to research those than anything. Yeah, that's why I don't even, a lot of times, I just throw it away. If I see Pokemon, I'll look on the bag. Oh, it's not shiny. And it's like from 2020, goes in the trash. Michael Tyler, but I with that said, not often does Pokemon come up in my Goodwill pallets. Like when it does, it's in like a trash bag of cards with a bunch of 91 Fleer, and it's all beat up, and it's probably just a junk card anyway. Michael Tyler Studios, what's up? He says, Machamp is from Burning Shadows. All that is modern holos. The holos can range from 80 cents to $2. 2007 can be good if they are reverse holos. This is my alternative account, but I do Pokemon on eBay. Thank you, Michael Tyler Studios. That's some great help. So I have junk here. Uncle Rich, when I get Pokemon into the donation bins, I have to hide them. Otherwise, everyone at the synagogue fights over them for their kids and grandkids. I found a bunch of Pokemon in the back half of a binder of sports cards, and that's usually because Terry gets the Goodwill pallets as well. That's typically when where I find my Pokemon. If it like, and it's pretty rare. It'll be like random cards here and there in a binder with other junk sports cards, or it'll be in like a Ziploc bag with other beat up cards. These were actually you saw them in the 9 pocket pages, which I'm surprised they didn't pull those out, because usually they would pull those out. Brian says, probably a long shot, but could you show us a handful or two of some of your card show inventory one day in a video? Always interesting to see what the people are buying. I can do that. But the thing of what people are buying, it's so random. Like just for example, this past weekend in Janesville, I had a guy who, and I dropped my prices to dimes, and he bought like a whole stack of like 76, 77, 78 Topps cards. And they're, some of them have some soft corners and all that. Then I have like James is in the chat. James picked out a stack of like first Bowmans of guys he would like, Chase DeLauder, and who else were you looking for? Mason Wynn, which was just a base card, not a first. So I have people looking for, cherry picking like the modern prospects. And then I have others that are looking for like rookie cards, and they'll find an 88 Donruss Tom Glavine, in a 87 Topps Will Clark, in a 90 Topps Deion Sanders, stuff like that. So it's all over the board. And then sometimes somebody will hand me a stack, and usually I just say, well, do you know how many you have? I don't even look to see what they buy. I should probably do that just so I'll count them just so I can see what they're buying. And it can be all over the board. It's like, wow, I can't believe this. Somebody bought this. Because sometimes I'll just put a stack of like Topps Heritage sells really well in quarter boxes, especially like the older stuff, because you can't find, like a new, like 2022 Topps Heritage, you can probably find from several dealers at a card show. But like 2010, you're not going to find it. So that stuff can move. Especially with set builders. I get a lot of set builders, and they leave my table unhappy because they're like, is there any rhyme or reason? No. The only rhyme or reason is this. These are the baseball boxes. These are the football boxes. Those are the basketball boxes. But the contents inside, there's no rhyme or reason. It's just a bunch of random. Well, if I was looking for 1980 Topps, and I usually say, don't waste your time at my table, because there might only be 4 or 5 in 30,000 baseball cards on my table. So just not worth your time spending to look for one card that probably isn't even in here to begin with. Let's see. David says, good morning. What's happening? Donald Davis in the house. Rich says, so did we in New Jersey. No central air. Pardon the pun. No central air there. Let's see. Michael Tyler says Gengars, if in M, people love the character, so you can actually get $4 to $8 for them, even if they are just hollows from Modern. Gengar. Is Gengar like a character like Amistar, Groudon, Metacham, Gengar? Oh, is that what you said? Yeah, Gengar. I have Gengar. Evolves from Haunter. As often as you like during your turn, you may move I damage counter from I of your Pokemon to another of your Pokemon. I don't understand. That's from 2020. Semi-Toad, Garchomp, Snorlax. I like that. Snorlax. Shaw Cards, what's happening? Max says, I should take this shout out to tell everyone. If you are looking to move Pokemon stuff, feel free to let me know. I'm always buying, as they basically do what Bo does on the TCG side with Magic and Pokemon. Hey, by the way, Max, Kyle, I need to introduce you guys. Max has like, how many NASCAR cards do you have? I should get you in touch with Kyle. I sold Kyle a bunch of my NASCAR. I had 2 or 3 big boxes and a whole bunch of binders. Kyle loves NASCAR. So I know Max has like an entire room of NASCAR. So Kyle meet Max, Max meet Kyle. Maybe you guys can do a NASCAR deal. Let's see. John says, if every question I was asked for the rest of my life was about 70s music, then I would be the most zen person ever. Joe Caprino says, nothing more true than Bo saying he wants all the Cubs. That's right. All the Cubs. And I shipped out that Matt Mervis first Bowman Chrome yesterday, and I didn't feel bad. Didn't feel bad about it. Randy's going to the Cubs game today. Nice. I hope it's warm, and it's probably not going to be warm. My friends that we went to trivia with last night, they're going to the Brewers Tigers. So he grew up in Ohio, like in I think Toledo. So he grew up and is a Detroit Tigers fan, and they're playing in Milwaukee. So they're going to the Brewers game today. I think it's a day game. And I said, yeah, I haven't been to any, I went to a bunch of spring training games, but I haven't been to any Cubs games. And they're like, what? And I'm like, it's still April. It's freaking cold in Chicago. I'm not going to any games in April. I wait until I'm a fair weather, like literally I'm a fair weather fan. I wait until after Memorial Day when I know the weather's not going to be like snowy and windy and cold. It might be windy, but at least it'll be warm. Brian, what's happening? Who bought all those Ivan Rodriguez cards? Yeah, I had somebody come in buy like 50 Ivan Rodriguez cards from me. And then he sent me a message because in the early days that I was using Card Dealer Pro, you could not accept offers, was not working, which was kind of holding me back. So he put like 50 offers in on these Ivan Rodriguez cards, and I'm like, accept. And he said, hey, there's a whole bunch of Rodriguez cards that I want to buy that I'll put offers in, but there's not an offer available. So I went in and revised all of those listings and for accepted offer. And he bought those. Yeah. He bought like, might have been more than 50, but bought like every Ivan Rodriguez card out of my eBay store last night. Rich says self-serving pub time. Dr. Jim and I just went to on a ramble after we take Chandy Greenholt's tribute. Oh, Rich, I wanted to ask you. I was going to drop it. I was going to text you. There's a customer that comes to my card show here in Madison. I saw him in Janesville Sunday. I only know him by the name East Coast Tom. I think he's from either New Jersey or DC. He used to set up at shows along the East Coast. He was very close to Chandy because he brought up Chandy, and he goes, and I said, I never met him. I don't know him, but I know Uncle Rich Klein, and Dr. Beckett knew him well. And then he knew the Huggins, who just recently passed away. I only know he's a tall guy. His name is Tom. I think he's from DC. He was good friends with Chandy Greenholt. And he's the only other thing I know about Tom, East Coast Tom, is he has a huge like oddball collection. He's a huge oddball collector. and he loves like Slurpee cups, pocket schedules, like anything food issue. He's a big food issue guy. His name's Tom. We call him East Coast Tom because he's now in Madison and he's from the East Coast, and his name is Tom. So I just wanted to see if you knew who he was. And I'll probably see him again on Saturday this week at the Madison Card Show, which, by the way, I will not be set up at the Madison Card Show. I am, in fact, oversold on tables. So I have to get creative with my setup. I either have to attempt to squeeze a bunch of tables in, cross my fingers that some people cancel in the next couple days. Don't know what I'm going to do, but I already took my tables out, filled those up, and I still have I'm still oversold. I don't have tables for everybody, so I've got to make things happen. So that's this Saturday, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive, 9 to 3 free admission. Let's see. So that's on Uncle Rich talking about Chandy Greenholt today on Dr. Jim's podcast. Nuke's Cards, good morning. There's Steph. I named my pet termite Clint. Clint eats wood. But Steph's got jokes. Mark says, I bought numerous pieces from Chandy over the years. Jenny says, that's why I always say, give me your percentage of issues, not your count, to people on Twitter. Yeah, because like when I say 6 in the last month, they're like, if they've only sold 10 cards in the last month, that's 60%, where I've sold almost 4,000. And 6 is, less than 0.5%. Let's see. If you want to know how many bees know ahead, check the archives. Dad jokes for days. Talking to Tease, what's up? Maybe Padres get off the bus today. Big win last night for the Cubbies. I think I read the Cubs in the National League have scored the most runs and given up the fewest runs in the National League. I know it's April, but looking good so far. Kyle Hendricks going to be on a plane, or was on a plane. He's going to start in Iowa AAA rehab assignment tomorrow for the Iowa Cubs. Let's see. Steph says Ange just usually sighs, rolls her eyes, and walks away. Tony, what's happening? Topps Archives, I can't stand, he says. I was at the local card shop the other day. Old lady came in with her deceased husband's 1953 and 54 Topps, all archives. She broke down crying, thought they were real. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Where did I see that? Did that happen Sunday? I think that happened Sunday at Janesville. I do know a dealer came up to me with a T202. Was it Ty Cobb? A T202 Ty Cobb. And I'm like, ooh, that's really nice. It was in a screw down holder. And he said, yeah, the guy who brought it to me, it was his grandpa's. Do you think it's real? And I look and I'm like, the front did not look good, as in real. The back did. And then he took it out of the screw down. He had to find a screwdriver. He got it out. And as soon as I touched it, no, this is fake. This is faker than a $3 bill. It was I'm sure it was probably, his grandpa may have had it, got it in the early 80s. What I'm thinking, it was probably one of the Renata Galasso reprints. And maybe it was just because there was some like whiting on the bottom, which was kind of a red flag in the screw down holder. And looked like maybe if it was perforated, that was like off, but it was a fake. Let's see. Always wearing pants after the show. Card Hobbyist says, if you got that binder for $75 and thought it was real vintage, you should have been ecstatic for such a deal. I know. Box 14 to the top. Yes, sir. And then we've got some Goodwill. We're going to dig through some Goodwill because there might be something decent. I'm going to take a last swig of this cold coffee. Good morning. Is today's episode filmed in Darko Vision? Is it dark in here? I wonder if it's because this box taking, no, I don't know. Mark Marinello in the house. Let's see. So do I need to print her a couch? Let's see. Jenny says you went from no AC as a kid to how heavy do you want your door? I know, right? Paige and Deanie Bean, what's up? Let's see. We got a lot of chat to go through. Okay. There we are. Baseball card curmudgeon is here. What's happening? Steph says star equals rarity. Circle, diamond, star, then hollow border variations. Twins doing better than the Wild. What about Pacific Pokemon? Michael Renicky, what's up? I was seeing people upset with refs in the Wild game. Steph still got dad jokes. Kyle says my daughter gets mad at me when I call it Pokemon. Pokemon? You run a card show once a month. You should never be throwing cards away. Give them to kids. Yeah, the kids just don't want the old crappy cards. They want the new shiny stuff. 1991 Griffey, no dot, just sold. Steak Night. Beat up with the 90s. They're probably the first year Pokemon worth the most. I always look on the Pokemon. Terry says, my son is the Pokemon generation, so I give them to him. Let me know what I have. If Bo shows us his card show inventory, that will be what people are not buying. That's why he still has it. Actually, that's a good point. If I still have it, nobody's buying it. Funny you mention it, but I bought an 87 Will Clark rookie yesterday. Oh, Peachy. Nice. A lot of people don't like to dig. Takes too much time. Absolutely. Gengar. Noah, so ready for final exams to be over next week. I might try to pick up a blaster today from Walmart of 2023 Bowman. I would love, maybe I'll just go out just to see if there's some on the shelves. If there was, I'd totally buy it. Tracy, good morning. Apparently no one likes my Trout trade. I'm fine with it. I don't understand it. You traded Trout for nobody. And who owns the Michigan Raiders? That's my, why would I don't understand it. Let's see. There should be rules in the group, in the league, that trades can be vetoed by the league. Let's see. Max says, nice to meet you. I'm a hoarder. An entire room of NASCAR might be more than I can take on. He says, bring a U-Haul. I'll post the video of the room before I bought the collection. Flipping Sports Guy, was that a legit Trout trade? I thought the guys were just trolling. I did too. No one else accepted my Trout trades, including Otto, that is complaining about me sending him to the Raiders when he didn't accept my trade. It was probably a shitty trade request, and that's why he didn't accept it. Thank you, Tigers, for pounding the Cardinals. I'll be in San Diego in June. Cubs, Padres. Hey, that's fun. Crazy, the one Tigers game I went to so far this season was almost 90 degrees against the Giants, and I got sunburnt. Yeah, there was a couple Cubs games at Wrigley, which it's like, man, in April, 80 degrees in April. Let's see. Michael says he also goes by Oddball Tom. Yes, Michael knows Tom. Let's see. Actually, if you want to see if Uncle Rich, I don't know, is Uncle Rich even here? He's in one of Bronco's videos. Let's see. Find Baseball Card Illustrated. So I'm going to drop that and see if Uncle Rich knows. Baseball Card Illustrated. And actually, Michael, and is that video up, Michael? Let's see. There he is. Is that East Coast Tom? He's even on the thumbnail. Okay. In the shadow of Lambeau Field with an appearance from East Coast Tom. Let's like that. Share it. Copy. So here's East Coast Tom. So Uncle Rich, see, maybe you don't know him by name, but you might know him by face. Jenny says, I had a contractor at my house Monday. He said, oh, you do baseball cards. He does too, but graded only. We're working on a deal for 15 5-row boxes. Nice. Love it. John says, I'll be buying bulk in the parking lot this Saturday. Hit me up. Rascal 30, what's up? I grew up going to Chandy's original brick and mortar store in Winston-Salem. Was a fantastic old school LCS. Sure going to miss him. Let's see. Steph says, for reasons, how many tables are you up to? Well, 125, 135, but I only have room for 125. So that's what I'm up to. And I've turned away several people. So it probably, if I had space and tables, I could probably fill, and I've got some existing dealers that want like an additional table or two. I could probably be close to 200. But I just don't have the space or tables. Victor has tons of commons to give away. Cooter says, I hope East Coast Tom isn't in witness protection. If so, Bo just blew his cover. Vintage groups filled with grandsons telling us about the Topps archives their grandfather left for them, right? Because now kids' grandfathers are like in their 50s, 60s. Michael says he's in several Bronco videos. Hall of Fame card collector says it was a legit trade. It didn't look like a legit trade. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, skip too far ahead. There we are. Alex says, I'm in Connecticut. Is there a site that shows the upcoming local shows? Yes. In fact, I bet John's already shared the link. This is the easiest one. I'm on John's card show map train. There you go. Much easier. You know, the Beckett calendar is what I used to always go to, but it's so difficult to find. Cardshowmap.com. Boom, the map. It's right there. Scroll in, look around, have a good time. There's an upcoming Fenway show. I know that's not Connecticut, but close-ish. There's going to be a show at Miller Park, whatever the hell the new name is, the home of the Milwaukee Brewers. I think it's 4th of July weekend, July 6th, I believe, at Miller Park in Milwaukee. It's dark because you're burying yourself. Double A Cards, good morning. Any places to grab something to eat Friday night when I get to town? Many places. If you go into downtown, so take John Nolan Drive up to the Capitol, to the Square. Depends on what you're in the mood for. I always recommend the Old Fashioned because that's kind of like that gives you a true slice of Wisconsinia. You can get they have the best cheese curds in Madison, in my opinion. Good burgers. What else is down there? So it's just kind of like it's just a good greasy food joint. My favorite burger joint's called Deluxe, DLUX. It's right around the corner. Let's see. I think the Pizza Lucille, I think it closed. I don't think of the pizza joint. If you go down Willie Street, there's a great Sal's Pizza. I love it. It's just down Willie Street, Williamson Street. There's Sardine. It's a little nicer. It's right on the lake. What else is down there? Those are the places that I would recommend. Let's see. Rascal says Beckett show calendar shows most, if not all, and there's others like Card Show Map and Sports Collectors Digest. Bo doesn't realize we're all sitting around waiting for LRS's appearance at the 45-minute mark. Max says kids don't even want modern base cards. I know. You'd be shocked to see how many like just base cards are left lying around. Like kids just take the color and whatever, and I don't want the base. Let's see. Quite frankly, autocorrect, I'm getting a bit tired of your shirt. Kids don't want old cards. We have all met Porter, right? If Porter wants old cards, Zach, might make mom mad. I'll be at the Madison Card Show on Saturday. Yes, Sal Dougie. Cubs offense has been a monster. Go Brewers. Avoid the sweep today. Cooter says, when lay out your new eBay area, you need to set it up so you don't have to upstack a box. That's why I'm gonna get those shelves adjusted. So when I find some time here in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna get those shelves to where I can put a box. This is extremely inefficient, but it's what I have to do right now. John says, anyone know why eBay randomly changes the PWE rate to 84 cents on only one card? That's a good question. I don't know the answer. I find it distasteful of them to do that. I'm sure they make millions off of it. Yeah. Even if it's 1 ounce is the default to 1 ounce. Let me see if mine's doing it. I don't recall mine doing that unless this is just, well, I mean, I shipped this morning. But I guess maybe if I wasn't, I always make sure to change it to 60 cents. Sometimes it's not. Let's find a 1 card order. That's a 5 card. Here's a 1 card. Is it 1 card purchase? So this, see, it's automatically, mine's defaulted to priority. I don't know why. Oh, I think that's because I listed it with my cell phone. Let's find a Card Dealer Pro listing because that will have the accurate shipping. Let's see. Here's one. 1985 Fleer update, Kurt Wardle. Huh, that's got priority mail also as the default. Why is that? But it does have 1 ounce default. How come this is really bizarre. 2023 Bowman. Let's see this one. $1 ounce. Oh, yep, this is good. So 1 ounce eBay standard envelope, 60 cents. So mine is not defaulting to 84 cents. So maybe make sure you're, even if it's 1 card, make sure it says 1 ounce on the weight. Angel Baby Cards in Central California. What's up? Good morning. Jenny says, John, if it's doing that, it's probably because, yep, there you go. It's probably 2 ounce instead of 1 ounce. Let's see. Flipping Sports Guy says, the weirdest part to me is he traded Trout and a catcher who is the same as Heim. Max says, is that the Washington Capitals guy? Yes, that's East Coast Tom. Jason Melanchek is the Michigan Raiders owner. Why would he? Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. It just seems very bizarre. Let's see. Where are we at? Flipping Sports Guy says, if I was the Raiders, I'd have accepted that trade before I even blinked my eyes. Having some good luck on the scanner problem, found a great authorized Fujitsu company that services the scanner and has a great service agreement. Very nice. Let's see. Technology on the forefront of innovation. Individuals and businesses alike depend on reliable, high-quality, industry-leading scanners. John says, surprised he doesn't suggest Casey's for dinner. Hey, you could try it. Actually, no, he's Double A's from Illinois. He probably has a Casey's down the street. Tudo Pasta on State Street, MD recommends. I don't think I've ever been there. Let's see. So a knee-jerk reaction on a long-term game. Hey, if you're happy with it, though. My recommendation for eats in Madison, and by the way, Sal Dougie is from Madison. Paul's Pelmeni. I've never heard of that one. Max says Deluxe is still open. Great breakfast option if you're towards that way, but Mickey's by Camp Randall will always. Here's something that you will not believe. I've lived in Madison for 9 years. 9 years. I've never been to Mickey's Dairy Bar. I've attempted a couple times, but I don't wait in lines. So unless it's for like an autograph, I'm not going to wait in line for food. So I've never been to Mickey's Dairy Bar because it's always packed. So I don't go. Lee Volt, all my Zach Thomas sold. Twins won the season series against the Yankees for the first time since 2001. Talking Tatis says, I was in Madison in the late 90s. They had a Mexican joint with a sombrero with chips and salsa in it. I'm sure they had to stop that, probably. I don't think you could get away with that today. Let's see. Hall of Fame. I'm just going to I'm not even in the league. If nobody else is like, I don't care what you guys do. You can keep the trade and move along. Let's see. I've never seen them adjust a 1-card order to 84 cents. The only way they would do it if the weight was set to 2 ounces. That's the only thing I can really see. Let's see. Max says it really just matters what you're looking into. Price point Tudo is like 25 to 30 a plate, but it's unreal. Samba. Oh, Samba. Is that the Brazilian steakhouse? I've never been there either. I have not been to many delicious food joints in Madison. Let's see. That's kind of what I thought, Flipping Sports Guy. Nobody else is is making a fuss, so let's see. The only concern I had was if it was the same, if it was somebody who had Hall of Fame card collector was also the manager of the other team and tried to do that, but nobody else is making a stink, so I don't care. Has happened twice in the last week, even though I had the same shipping policy for all my PWEs. Both were at 2 ounces when it should have been at 1 ounce. That is frustrating. So it did adjust your weight to 2 ounces, which would automatically adjust the price to 84 cents. Next time Bo starts talking Pokemon, everyone take a moment to hit the like button, even though your instincts at that moment may conflict. Thank you. Let's see. Looking for something simply, maybe a place to grab a beer and watch the NFL draft. Old fashioned, probably not a good spot for TV. Watching in a beer. What else is down there? What's a good sports bar vibe? It's really none that I know of. Max and Sal Dougie, what would you recommend? Let's see. Jenny says, I'm never joining Hobby Evolution Fantasy again. You guys are too much drama. We will do, speaking of, we will have Hobby Evolution Fantasy Football because I will play in that. So I'll be the commissioner, Hobby Evolution Fantasy Football. So in a few months, we'll do that. John says, I know it's 2 ounces. No reason for it to be that way unless eBay has certain years or sets defaulted to 2 ounces. I don't know why it would just automatically default to 2 ounces on a single card. Where are we at? Let's see. Oh, went too far. I doubt eBay has anything set up to adjust certain cards. Double A says, I don't see that pizza place on Williamson Street. I have a Casey's down the street. I figured. Okay, let's see. I'll drop the link. Sal's Pizza, Williamson Street. The official name is Salvatore's Tomato Pies. I don't even know if they have a website. Sal's Family Pizza. Here's a Facebook copy link. Here's a Facebook. I don't know if they have an actual website. I like it. It was also featured. Sal's was featured on Dave Portnoy Barstool Pizza Review. I think that in one of the other joints were the top in Madison. Let's see. But Sal's, I don't think you could watch. It's not it's a pretty small restaurant. And I don't know if there would be TV. There might be it's one of those, there's probably a TV, maybe 2 TVs. It's not somewhere I would go to watch a game or the NFL draft. Flipping Sports Guy says, so ironic eBay data. Last 3 days, I have quite a few organic sales, but if you look at the data, 0 organic views. Head scratcher. Let me see what mine looks like. So you said last 3 days, I have quite a few organic sales, but no organic views. Yeah, it's been wonky. Let's see. My traffic is way up, but that's because Bowman. So my organic impressions, where's my views? Does it have views on here? Page views. Page views. Yeah, mine looks normal. It's just over the last few days, it's just much higher than normal because my 2023 Bowman was listed. Let's see. Wando's will have a ton of TVs with it on, and they have the Fishbowl. Free Bacon Tuesday. You're not going to be there on Tuesday. Let's see. And with almost 11K listings, let's see. Any good Mexican spots? What's downtown Mexican? My favorite Mexican spot's way out on the west side in Middleton. It's called Ancho and Agave, which you're fairly close, I think, to Bloomington Normal. There's an Ancho and Agave in Bloomington, Illinois. Let's see. I don't know any Mexican spots around that area. There's I think if you're staying at the Sheraton, there's a place, it's called, I think, Liberty Station, which is just down the street. Liberty Station, yeah, on Rimrock. I don't know anything about it, though. Liberty Station Tavern, is that? Oh, I don't think this is. Nope, that's in Scottsdale, Arizona. Liberty Station, Madison. Liberty Station, Madison. Oh, is it a chain? It must be a chain. What's Yelp say? I've never been there. I think they have they have a lot of TVs. I don't know about food. I guess if you don't care about like the Madison experience because there's a lot of great restaurants in Madison. How in the hell do I work this? It's got a 4 stars on Yelp. How many? 110 ratings. This guy says, my Lyft driver raved about Liberty Station. So after reviewing the menu and reviews, I had to try it. Let's see. Barb gave it 4 stars. She says, literally the only restaurant within walking distance from the Alliant Energy Center and the neighboring hotels, like the Sheraton on John Nolan Drive. Good for them, because I'm sure they're making lots of money from all the tourists and convention folk like myself. I was very pleased. On the negative side for me, I wish they had online ordering. Well, we don't need that. Considering that they're servicing a few hotels, they really need that. Okay. So she only dropped it because she wanted to order online. Rhonda says, I spotted the Home 2 Suites from the freeway and we decided to stay there. I'm always leery about nearby restaurants being chains. This is right next to the hotel. I called to see if they had fish fries, and they do every day. And I made a reservation. Good thing, place is packed at 6. Gary gave it 5 stars, was staying at the hotel next door. Thought it'd be an easy place to grab what I figured would be an okay dinner, but was pleasantly surprised. So it has good reviews. And it looks like on the pictures, there's a lot of TVs. So maybe that's your play. Let's see. Jenny says, I don't know. When Hall of Fame card collector shows up, LRS doesn't. When LRS shows up, Hall of Fame doesn't. Sal Dougie says, Blue Moon on Old University. Oh, that's a good joint. I like the Blue Moon. Jason Puck, good morning. Tailgate the parking lot. John says, Hall of Fame has a grasp on the English language. The other one, not so much. Flipping Sports Guy says, I'll draft Justin Fields just to trade Bo a future playoff quarterback. Wah, wah. Let's see. Where are we at? Steve says, don't forget the trash. I know. I got to take the trash out. I haven't heard the trash truck come around. Fields will be the 2023 Super Bowl winner. Write it down. The 2023 Super Bowl winner has already been crowned. Maybe Fields will be the 2024 Super Bowl winner. I don't think the Bears will win the Super Bowl. I don't think they'll play in the Super Bowl, but they will go from worst to first in the NFC North, and they will make a run to the NFC Championship game. I don't think they're going to get to the NFC Championship game, but they're going to compete and come close. Their final record, 11-6, the 2023 Chicago Bears. Let's see. Oh, where are we at? Only good Mexican food is when I bring tamales. Yes. Victor's Tamales, amazing. Busiest place in Madison on a Friday night is the Subaru dealership. There might be some truth in that. John says, I'm staying at the Home 2 Suites. I recommend anyone that uses a Fujitsu scanner keep an extra set of rollers on hand. They have a limited lifespan and can be changed in seconds. They don't cost very much. That's a good tip. I like it. Steph says Bears would have to beat the Vikings to do that, and they will. With their majority owner out of the division, they have a chance now. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers, Jets, Jets. Have bring mail out. Have great day all. You bet. Subaru horns sound exactly how you would imagine. Sal Dougie, Mexican, recommendation, Tequera, Guadalajara on Park Street. So I've got this long box from my Goodwill pallet. So long, I don't even know where to put it. So I was like going through it. Kyle, what's up? Yeah, Bears are going to win the North. Worst to first. So there's a lot of football cards in this box. Sebastian Janikowski rookie card. Back in the day, this would have been a nice rookie card to have. LT, LaDainian Tomlinson. Then I found an Urlacher rookie card. And then I had to look to see if this was a reprint. It's a Drew Brees rookie card. So, oh, and look at this. Steve Garvey. 70s. Let's just take a moment to take in the beauty of a 1975 Topps Steve Garvey. So I'm wondering, since there's a lot of like the 1999, 2000, 2001 football in here, I'm wondering if there might be, because there's a lot of stars, there's some rookies like I just showed. Oop, there's Emmitt Smith. So this is a bunch of collector's choice from, I think, 97 or 98. 96. So I want to see if there's any more 2000, because there was some like 2000 Fleer, Dan Marino. John said I snapped. All right, what do we have here? Edge, 1999 Edge. Okay. So far, nothing exciting. How about these? These are sweet cards. It's a Packers card. We don't like the Packers, but those are pretty cool cards. All right, what else do we? Ooh, is this 2001? Grant Wistrom. He was a legend at Nebraska. Oh, this is 2000 Topps. Jonathan Quinn, one of the worst quarterbacks in Chicago Bears history. Oh, we got a quarterback rookie, but it's Tim Rattay. What do we have here? Impact. Oh, Ryan Leaf. Oh, this is 2000 also. Ryan Leaf. Steve Young. You guys can't. Another quarterback rookie, but it's Chris Redman. This is a box that was in a Goodwill pallet. I did find a Tom Brady rookie in another box. Mark said, if you provide the unopened pack. See, I wonder if I might have a few 75 Topps. 2000 Skybox Impact. The only thing wrong with the 70s is that Steve Garvey played in them. Dilfer. So the only reason I got excited about, there's a lot of 2000 football in here, was that I found a Tom Brady rookie in another box, and this box also had a Drew Brees rookie, Brian Urlacher rookie, and I'm like, well, I'm hoping that Tom Brady was like a cockroach. Here's a Peyton Manning. What year is that? 99. So that would have been his, third year card? All right. I think we're going to strike out on this. These are 99s. Well, this is a cool card. Angel Baby says you've been noticing a lot of activity with 75 Topps baseball, especially with the minis. So I've got a friend who has an unopened box of 75 Topps mini, and I went to Baseball Card Exchange and he got it wrapped. He wants to sell it, but he's not like too motivated to sell it because he still has it. Like, dude, it's like a $12,000 box. All right. So far, nothing. All right, just a couple more piles to go. 96. think we're going to strike out here. So Patriots quarterback, but it's Drew Bledsoe. Ty Detmer, Heisman winner from Brigham Young. Patrick Kearney, what year is this? 99. Brandon Cooks, 99. 99, Brandon Cooks. All right, last pile. This has got to be terribly boring for you. Not so much for me. Oh, more 2000s. Nothing. More crappy Packers cards. Oh. All right, last chance. 2000 Pacific. Another quarterback rookie, but it's Chris Redman. Packers. Okay, so that's all we got. But hey, got a Drew Brees rookie out of there. Got a Brian Urlacher rookie, Sebastian Janikowski. So that's what we had. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit up the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. And my eBay store link is in the description. Angel Baby's got a plan. I'm going to start going to Walmart, buy a load of the key boxes, shrink wrap them like BBC, hold them and sell them as my retirement plan. I would not recommend that. Cody says, good morning. A bit behind for food. Hit up Grandpa's Pizza or Tipsy Cow for the best curds. So Cody says Tipsy Cow for the best curds. I say old fashioned, but full disclosure, I've never been to the Tipsy Cow. So I'll have to try the Tipsy Cow cheese curds to see which ones I like more. Grandpa's Pizza also, yes, I would recommend that. That's a great place as well. I did read your comment. I saw it. So thank you, Hall of Fame card collector. That's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Let's see what else. This weekend, Madison Card Show, 9 to 3, Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. 125 tables, free admission. So there will not be a Hobby Evolution on Saturday morning. I will go live Sunday morning and we'll do a Madison Card Show review on Sunday morning. And then next week I'll be in Dallas. So there will not be, let's see, I think I will go live. I'm trying to remember my flight times. I will go live Friday morning, next Friday. And then I will not go live Saturday or Sunday. And there's a potential I won't go live on Monday morning, which is kind of exciting. And I can share more in a week and a half or whatever that is. So I'll be doing something pretty cool, hopefully, on that Monday. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and take your trash out. We'll see you tomorrow.